Namaste my friends. Good day, this is Gilles Chambray. In this video I would like to speak about how to behave properly in a Thai Buddhist temple. I've been a Buddhist monk for 6 years, and most of the Westerner tourists, even Buddhists who spend time to learn about Buddhism in books and spend their time to go some group and practice meditation even for 10-15 years, when they come to Thailand, they come to realize that they don't know that much about the Buddhist culture. They don't know about how to behave properly in a Buddhist temple. And this says a lot about who you are as a Buddhist. I would say this is the base. And so in this video I would like to show you, give you some guidelines and some tips how to behave properly in a Buddhist temple. Once you come to a temple with these guidelines, the Thai people will really appreciate the fact that you pay attention to have the appropriate behavior. And this will also boost your meditation, because all the behavior in the temple has the frame to guide the mind to be more mindful, more concentrated, more aware, and also to learn you to have a humble behavior. So let's start. Hello here. So let's pretend that I'm a tourist in Thailand. This is the entrance of my house, but for sometimes let's pretend that this is the entrance of a room where the monks are when you come to pray and meditate, and also when you have the big Buddha statue. So when you come into the room, first thing, when you come into the room in the temple, you take out your shoes. Most of the time in Thailand, you take out your shoes even to come in the house. Then, you don't wear anything on your head. It means no hat, no cap, and also no glasses on your eyes. To be more correct, for a man, you shouldn't come in a temple with a shirt without sleeves. This is a kind of arrogant behavior in Thailand. So the best to do is if you have a scarf or anything and you come to cover your shoulders like this. If you have a t-shirt or a shirt, a jacket, then you dress like this. When you are a woman, it is very improper to have any top from which we come to see the top of a breast. Because you have monks who stay in front of you and they don't have any sexual intercourse for some months, some for years. So it's better to be dressed in a manner that you don't come to provocate the monk. And so also, you don't wear short or very short dresses. It's better to have a trouser or a dress which goes from the knee and beyond the knee. This is the more proper way to be dressed. And if you have a device, you keep the device in silence. You may take pictures, video. Normally there is no problem about it. Okay? Next. So next point. When you come in the temple, when you come to the main room, you always have a Buddha statue. And so when you come to this room, the first thing you should do before going anywhere is to come to this Buddha statue, and you have to bow to the statue. If you have problem with your legs, you can also bow this way to the Buddha. And when you come to bow to the Buddha, you don't make it quickly. You just take the time to be mindful, give some thought to the Buddha, and stay in this position for at least 3 seconds. It means that you really give the attention to be humble and to respect the place of the Buddha. Otherwise, I would advise you to bow properly to the Buddha, and this I will show you. Okay, so once you are within the room and you present yourself to the statue of the Buddha, you come to bow to him. So you put your knee, your feet on the floor, and you bring both of your hands to make the angelic mudras. You keep this position for a few seconds, And you start the first bow. Both hands on the floor, elbow on the floor, and the front of the head on the floor. When you come to bow in this way, in this manner, the Thai people, and mostly the Thai monks, will recognize that you had a good teacher to know how to bow. And this is really important. To bow is to bend your ego, is to learn to be humble. A second time, hands on the floor, elbow on the floor, the front of the head on the floor. And you keep the position for 1, 2, 3 seconds, and you come up again. So in Thailand, when you come to bow to the Buddha, or when you come to bow to the abbot or to a monk, normally we bow 3 times. So properly, this is what it looks like. When you make it this way, for them it is very elegant. So first, when you come to the room, you come to bow to the Buddha statue. Then, when you have monks all around, you can come to bow to the Sangha, to the group of monks. And you do the same. When you see the monks, you come to bow to the monks 3 times again. Then, when you come to behave with the monk, so what you need to know is, let's say that this is a monk in the temple, and when you come to speak to the monk, you cannot speak to the monk that way. To be proper in Thailand, before to speak to the monk, we come to be on our knee, and then you come to bow to him 3 times. The monk may refuse that you bow to him, and it's fine. And you come to speak to the monk on your knee. It may also happen that the monk asks you to stand up and just follow his instructions. But to be respectful and to be polite, first start by this behavior, and then the monk will let you behave to see, to check, to know what you know about the Thai culture, or sometimes they will just ask you to stand up and speak properly to them. A very important point with monks, when you come to speak to a monk, always keep the mudras and jali. This is very important. This is a sign of politeness, respect, and humility. So when you come to speak to a monk in a temple, in the streets, or anywhere else, when you come to speak to them, whatever you want to say, first, always keep your hands, both hands together, and come to converse to that person. Even if you speak by Skype, to be polite, to be well educated, you speak to a monk in an angelic position. So here, another point. In the morning, the monks come to do bindabat, to do alms round. And either you are in the streets, either you go to a temple. When you want to give something to a monk, you will take the fruit and give the fruit or any object with your 2 hands. And this is really important. When you come to give fruit, food, or anything with both of your hands, this means that you have a good and real intention to give. Everything, it's all about behavior, and this is really important because this will reflect the attitude of your mind. Just by the way you behave, a monk will see what you feel, what you think, what's your mood, and how stressed you are. So this is really important. In the morning, when you come to support monks in the streets and you want to donate food in their bowl, also the proper behavior to have is when you come to see the monks coming, you come to put yourself on your knee. As far as you put yourself on the knee, the monk will know that you are here to support them, to give them food. So that's the first behavior. Then you take the food of the bags with both of your hands and you are waiting. Then you come to put the food with both of your hands in the bowl. And then you come to wait with your angelic glass, and the monk will take time again to give you a blessing. And once the monk is gone, you are free to get up. Okay, back to my room. So, another point that I want to mention is when you come to pray, you have the morning prayer and the evening prayer. And you come to pray with the books, either you are a monk or either you are a lay person, it is important that while you pray, however you sit, but while you pray, you must keep both of your hands together. That's a part of the tradition, and if you don't, the people around you, the Thai people, the monks, will insist that you come to bring both of your hands together while you are praying. It will be the same when the monks will come to give a blessing. You will have to bring both of your hands together, because it's a sign of respect, and it's a mudras, which means that you come to open your heart to the world. So when you come to be in the temple or within the rooms of the temple, it is also important that you don't rush your behavior. When you come to be in a temple, the temple is a symbol of cultivation of your mind. You take time to breathe in and breathe out. You take time to be mindful of your behavior. So when you come to be in a temple, it is also proper not to run. You will very, very rarely see a monk running around. And it also is the same with shouting. When you are in a temple, because you are mindful of your speech, you don't come to shout or to speak loudly, or even to argue or to say bad words to somebody. This is the very improper behavior. The temple is also a good place to do good deeds. It means that you can come by yourself, or you can come and help the monks to sweep the floor outside or inside. You can also feel free to come and donate money, donate medicine, to give food, to give clothes. You're also welcome if you have a company who are into buildings and constructions, and if you come that the temple is building something, you're also welcome to involve your company or even involve your own body in order to help them to build the new building within the temple. Okay, I think that's all for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. Until see you next time, okay? Namaste. Peace.